Last call. Swear this will be the last call. I ain't drawing down no more at 3 a.m. This bartender hit me again. No one thinks. So, Reverend MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, Lady MeeLing. I've been known by a few names. So, in regards to different suggestions that I had made in regards to different aspects, I guess I'll just show because of, that aspect. So this is the first aspect that I had written. This is the second aspect in regards to different tax ideas. And then there's that, rid of that. And then I did give writing acknowledgments for all of the individuals who had given certain aspects of their points in the book. And so the final aspect is the prayer for my children. Light and love between below and above. So, with that, finishing the big book of Finding a Silver Lining by me, Susan MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Reverend MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, Lady MeeLing. There is the aspects of which some people did not want to acknowledge of the different truths that I had attempted to explain. So, for example, my ex-sister-in-law, Susie Marie Nichols Lopez, did not want to accept the realities that I had stated, not just in reference to being on certain subsidies, but also in reference to the aspects of what occurred, not just in regards to her dead brother, my dead ex-husband, her spiritual husband, because of what she chose to put into the casket of my dead ex-husband, her dead brother / spiritual husband, but also because she refused to acknowledge what was going on in regards to my daughter, as well as my son in turn with that. And so then the aspects of all that combined, my other ex and sister-in-law, Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen, she refused to have anything positive at all. And because she chose to believe Susie Marie Nichols Lopez, which just as Susie Marie Nichols Lopez had told me what Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen had said, I guesstimated that Susie Marie Nichols Lopez told Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen what I had said, though possibly had twisted some of those truths. And so, before I close out this particular video, I had actually gone from Carrollton, Texas. You can look this up on Google Maps for the distance. In order to get my ex-in-laws to visit my daughter at the first acute care facility after the Fort Worth Zoo, or during the first acute care center stay, can't remember which. Nonetheless, I had to drive from Carrollton, Texas with my son out to Fort Worth to pick up Grandma Nichols. Then I had to drive from Fort Worth to White Settlement. This is all in Texas, by the way. So Carrollton, Texas to Fort Worth, Texas. Then from Fort Worth, Texas to White Settlement, Texas. From White Settlement, Texas to Denton, Texas for the visiting appointment with my daughter, their niece or their granddaughter. That was the only way that I could get them to go visit her. Then I had to drive from Denton, Texas to White Settlement, Texas to then Fort Worth, Texas, back to Carrollton, Texas on a Tuesday to make sure my son was able to go to school on Wednesday. And they only were willing to do that one time. There's only one time that they went to go visit. I'm sure that Denton Behavioral Health would be able to prove that. Whereas I went to every appointment I possibly could because I didn't want to miss out on any time possible that I could have with my daughter, while as best as possible not causing as much disruption to my son. Despite the other aspects. So, while my ex-in-laws didn't want to believe that, my biological family would not, conversely, go from San Antonio, Texas to Carrollton, Texas for me to take them to Denton, Texas. And then in regards to when staying at the house in Cedar Park, they would not go to an appointment. There's not one appointment of my daughters that they went to. The irony is my ex-in-laws at least went to one appointment, whereas my biological parents would not. I do understand in reference to my biological father having certain issues in certain regards. I can understand that. But that includes my biological sister absolutely refusing in every way possible. So, it's not that I didn't try. And it's also not that I didn't put it out there. I mean, I did write about it in my original social media accounts. And if Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen had been honest, she would have said that she had read the different aspects on Facebook. Not forgetting the fact that I had emailed her about it myself. So it's not like she didn't know what was going on. It was just that she refused, just like Susie Marie Nichols Lopez, to accept that reality and could not care less. Because if there was actual genuine care and concern for my daughter and my son, which her niece and nephew, then the actual assistance, I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? Although in this regard, inaction speaks louder than words. And the words that were put on social media, however that was done, would be that regard, right? Or maybe I'm wrong on that. I think that adds up. However, I also posted about this on other social media websites, such as Cafe Mom, and then in FetLife there is a parenting section in the forum for people who are kinky, though also have children. And so discussing various aspects, because I knew I was not the only kinky parent out there who had certain situations that needed to be helped with. And so nobody can truthfully say that I didn't attempt to get help for my daughter and my son in each way I possibly could look. Because again, not the only kinky parent, right? So I did make the attempts, and so if Mary Evangelina Nichols Osteen had looked at anything on Facebook as far as that account, not forgetting the emails, any claim that she would make to the contrary would be odd. Although, isn't there a nursery rhyme saying Mary, Mary, quite contrary? share and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, Reverend MeeLing. And go to my website, www.susanmeeling.com. You guys have a good one.